going on, guys? It is your boy AAron2420. I wanna lead off this video by saying apologies for if there's any pauses in the post-com. I cut out myself coughing, so you'll hear that in here. This will be easier to just like cut the vid, but for the actual battle I didn't want to do that just because it would look really choppy in the scenes. And I figured that, especially since there's gonna be music in the background anyway, like 1 or 2 seconds of pauses, I figured was better. If you guys would have rather me just cut it and make the battle itself look choppy but have there be no pauses in the audio, then I'm sorry, it only happens like 2 or 3 times. But I'll keep that in mind for next time I get sick, I guess. So yeah, that's also why my voice sounds really shit right now. It's not your usual cheery transactions self. It's just, you know, I had to upload, so I'm doing it. I would much rather be resting though, to be honest. But anyway, welcome to the Kill Your Voice channel. We're here, week 2 P4G Miners Next Gen, Guppies, whatever you want to call us. That pause was actually intentional, guys, just because I feel like saying that. So we're here with our team building. Another reason I didn't have a team builder vid was because I was still sick yesterday. I thought, honestly, I've been sick since Tuesday. I thought my voice would be remotely better by now. It is only getting worse, and it is very bad. So I thought I would have been better in time to record this. I'm not gonna take chances though, because my voice has only been getting worse. So I'm just gonna record it now. So yeah, that's why I'm not resting though. But anyway, I'll have a quick team builder. I'm just gonna skim over the team so you kind of know it. First up, we got Xiaomi's girl Manaphy. I brought a sub Manaphy. This was actually I obviously, you know, shout out to my front office for this whole team. But this was actually specifically Jay's idea. I actually had a Tail Glow 3 attacks Wukong Manaphy. I still have Wukong, a really good way to handle Rotom. But Jay actually told me that, and this sort of, I don't know why this didn't click with me earlier, though. If I get a sub up versus most of his team, it's a free Tail Glow, and then Surf and Psychic just annihilate him. He was really like, you know, Surf Ice Beam, but then Vaporeon walls me. Then he was like, you know, Surf Energy Ball, but then there was something that walled me. I think it was, maybe it was Naganadel. Yeah, Naganadel, I'm sure takes the hit. I'm fairly certain we still take that. Is it? I think it's a 4 times resist on Energy Ball, and it's still a 2 times resist on Surf. Maybe it didn't take a Surf, but I feel like it would have. And there was a couple other things as well that are escaping my head. The point is though, I didn't really feel too safe to do that, and I was like, wait, Naganadel's a poison type. I'll just bring Psychic Surf, because that still hits Vaporeon if I need to. Still hits Rashi if I need to, and overall it just does a lot to most of his mods anyway. So yeah, shout out to Jay though for this idea though. Sub Manaphy completely escaped my mind. So yeah, it's just max speed, mainly just in general. It's literally just a max set. That's how it worked this week. There wasn't really anything else to it. Next up, we got not Firefox, our Scarf alone with Ninetales. Speed creeping a Scarf Staraptor that he could potentially bring. I feel like Scarf Raptor does a lot to my team personally. You'll see in the match he actually was a Scarf Staraptor. I pick up on it in the match, but you know, I recorded that first like an idiot. So Choice Scarf with Snow Warning so I can hit Blizzard instead of Fail. I didn't like how I just lost my Fail last week, so I'm very self-conscious about it this week. I also have Blizzard because Blizzard helps a lot with his team actually. It helps with things such as Scarf Staraptor, Scarf Naganadel. It does decent at least picking off Rotom and several other monsters team, assuming they're really low. Dark Pulse is also stab when we hit Rashi. Moonblast is just other stab options for something such as, for example, Vaporeon should we need to. Since I could not fit Freeze Dry in this set, I figured that hitting Rashi at all was better than not having Freeze Dry, because Moonblast still at least hits Rashi, same as Dark Pulse. Next up, we have Elephant or Donphan. We have Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Ice Shard, Stone Edge. Mainly, it's honestly just here as a backup check to Scarf Staraptor, or even Bandit Staraptor should he bring that, because it's going to take so much damage from Rocky Helmet plus Recoil. Stealth Rocks help a lot with his team, it helps pick up a lot of KOs. Aegislash, who I will get into in a moment. Really just a backup check, I guess, to like everything. Next up, we have Bambi Pills, our Aegislash. Makes you have Autotomize, and before you catch it in the match, I know I said Rock Polish in the match, I thought it was Rock Polish, it is Autotomize. This guaranteed outspeed monster is Naganadel, Doug Trio, pretty much anything that's not Scarfed. It is about to outspeed all of his non-Scarfers. We have Head Smash is after Rocks. I know it guarantees any Rotom spread is dead. Fizz Def does have a chance to live without Rocks, so that's something to keep in mind. but you know, Head Smash recoil. I actually didn't remember this in the building, but not only does Head Smash have the same accuracy as a Stone Edge, but I also take recoil from it. So that's unfortunate. And I don't pick up on it until the game. But I also have Iron Head and Shadow Claw. With those 3 options, I don't even need an SD this week. It just hits this team so well. I didn't really even need any attack investment either. I just rip his team apart. I was actually pretty Spadef. I threw the rest into Spadef and HP, to be honest, just to take out mods such as Ninetales-A better. Next up, we have April. April is a Salvus this week with max Spadef and max HP. I figured that mainly just it's a great way to handle Ninetales-A. It's actually, even after a Z move plus Draco at +2, unless he's Modest, does a guaranteed 3 KO. With Modest, I believe he also needs Rock Step. I know with Rocks it does guarantee 2 KO if he's timid, I believe. Though without Rocks, unless if he's Modest, and even Modest was actually a roll. A +2 Draco plus Z Draco is a roll to kill. Phenomenal. So with Earthquake guarantee kills, Earthquake plus Fake Out, I believe guarantee does. If not, it might just be Earthquake. I honestly forgot off the top of my head. I also have Darkest Lariat and Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz are to hit monsters such as Rashi, Staraptor, Doug Trio. Darkest Lariat, I believe, does decent against Vaporeon. I could be wrong though. But point is, it just meant to be stabbed. I really didn't need anything else. But you know, if it can hit Vaporeon well, it hits Vaporeon well. I didn't really need extra answers to Vaporeon. It didn't even come anyway. And finally though, we have X-Wing 2 Arzatu. This is sort of a backup way to set up speed for monsters such as Aegislash, or even Manaphy as well if I want to set up speed with Manaphy to help just sweep late game. I have Tailwind, Roost, U-Turn, and Psychic. The speed is to outspeed a Scarf Ninetales, I believe is what I speak correct, at +2. So we don't just Psychic and kill that. We also have U-Turn for a fast U-Turn and Roost just to get our HP back. This actually does really well against his team overall. And I have the Charty Berry just that way that if Doug Trio tries to trap me, I can just go for the Psychic because most likely it's going to die. And Charty Berry helps me actually live that. So very helpful overall. That is my team for this week. Hopefully you guys are ready for the match. And without further ado, I will get right into that. Oh, and by the way, before I actually forget, because as I said, I record this first. My play, no matter what, is I'm going to lead off Scarf Ninetales. I feel like Rotom is most likely his lead, if not it's Doug Trio. Regardless, I kill them off both, because if I sack Ninetales and I go for Blizzard, he guaranteed dies to Hail if he kills me off. And if I go into Ninetales, I guarantee get up my Veil. Maybe live a hit if he's defensive, maybe also scout for a potential Will-O-Wisp. And regardless, his Rotom will not be able to do anything to me. So, well, besides, you know, potentially kill me off if he's like Specs Overheat or even just offensive Overheat. But if he does that, then I can always bring in something such as Donphan, set up Rocks after I get my Veil up, or even just bring in like Manaphy, so I'll have the Veil up and I have Lucan as well. I can just Tail Glow up and win. So, regardless though, yeah, Ninetales is my lead, and yeah, let's get right into the match. And we are here for the game. I believe I just went over it in the team builder. If you skipped this point in the video, then that's fine. So basically, as I mentioned in my team builder, I'm going to lead off with my Alolan Ninetales. I figured it's a Scarf Alolan Ninetales, so I can guarantee a Veil up. If he leads with Rotom, I could scout to see what his item maybe is. For example, if he's leftovers or something, or at least that was my intent. I believe though, now that I think about it, and I'm pretty sure it shows up later on in the game if I'm not mistaken, that Hail takes effect after leftovers would recover. So if that is the case, then obviously, you know, the leftovers recovery wouldn't show. But I figured I could scout a set. So I get my Veil up. I see that he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so I figured it's almost certain at this point that he wasn't scarfed anyway, because I don't think that he'd scarf himself into a Will-O-Wisp. And yeah, so never mind. So that was a good idea to have scouted for the potential scarf, because as you can see there are the leftovers. I was thinking for some reason right now that the leftovers came after. But yeah, so I figured though he's gonna probably defog, if not Volt Switch. My play 100% is to go into April, because as I mentioned in the team builder, we have an Assault Vest on this, which means that we're gonna be able to shoot any hit from Rotom. This is also backup for Noggin and Dell, but I feel like I'm able to play around with April a little bit on this Rotom, especially because I do have a Scarflow and Ninetales in the back, as well as my Aegislash potentially, which could always be a measure. So I figured that I could just stay in here. Regardless, there's not really too much that he could do. I figured Volt Switch was pretty inevitable, and I just wanted to see if he outsped me, which he did. So at the very least, I know that he's not like a minus speed nature, though I wasn't sure why he would be. But maybe, you know, Trick Room team. But then again, though, very hyper offense, you know. Just more so just the general thing. I just wanted to check his speed, even though I was more than likely sure that he was faster. So I just attack and I figured that, you know, why not just get some chip and whatever comes in. The Trubbish comes in, actually. So I figured that I could always just go for Earthquake, because Darkest Lariat, as you saw, did about a third. I figured that Earthquake would probably kill. I'm also forgetting, though, when I do think of this, that 1, Darkest Lariat is stab, so he gets a stab boost, and 2, Earthquake doesn't do too much more, and also the fact that this wasn't like a weak armor Trubbish. So it's going to be able to just live the hit. And regardless, though, I figured I could always switch into X-Wing. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, because I would guarantee, well, 1, I would guarantee live any hit, and 2, I could stop him from setting up Toxic Spikes. It's no problem, though, because I can guarantee get up my Tailwind, as he does have to switch here. So I see here that he goes into Rotom. I figured that regardless, I can always just fast U-turn on this, since I know he's not Scarfed, which is one of the reasons why I scout earlier. Because if he was Scarfed, and just in case if, let's say, I was paralyzed or something, I would be able to know his spread for earlier to play against around this later on. But since I know he's not Scarfed, I can guarantee bring an Aegislash, which is more so my main thing. I figured he was probably going to Volt Switch, if not maybe like a Thunderbolt or even a Will-O-Wisp. I have a Lumberry as much for my team builder, so this is fine regardless for me. And he actually brings in his Doug Trio. Now, I just go straight for the offense here. I figure there's no use in setting up, and I am most likely getting to live any hit, assuming that he is not, well, I'm most likely going to kill, assuming that he is not, let's say, a Bandit set, which he actually was. He told me right after that hit. So that was unfortunate, but it was also like a 56% chance I killed anyway. So if anything, it was odds out of my favor that he lived, and then also the flincher side had more chance. So regardless, it didn't matter too much. It just sucked. The odds were definitely in my favor at least. So I killed the Trubbish off. He brings in the Rotom Heat. I figured now that I don't have Totemize already set up, or Rock Polish I should say, I cannot just head smash this thing. So I switch out into April. I figured, again, with the way this match has been going, I'm already fairly confident that I will be able to late game sweep with Aegislash as long as I get up a speed boost, whether that's through Tailwind or if I just get up an Autotomize or Rock Polish. I keep saying Autotomize, I'm not sure why. But yeah, so I just go into April though. I figured it's no big if April dies at this point, because I can always just get some chip off. Not sure why I went for Fake Out, to be honest. It really didn't do anything besides get him like a tiny bit lower. But regardless, I mean, I went for it. I really don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe you'd hard swap, but I guess it didn't really matter because he actually Volt Switches here. Again, not sure why I thought that Fake Out was the play, but I just go for a Darkest Lariat here because I figured it's a no drawback play at this point. He doesn't have switch-ins at all, so I just Darkest Lariat. He sacks his Side Hose, which is actually really nice for us because it means that April cannot get trapped later on in the game. Also means that he does not attempt to trap, let's say Xatu and go for a Stone Edge. Though I don't think Xatu is actually trapped. I forget how that works. I know for a fact Ghost types aren't trapped, but I forget if Flying types are trapped by Arena Trap or not. I'm pretty sure they are. But anyway, he brings in Staraptor though and kills off April, which is unfortunate. But he does hard swap here into Zayden Sky, and I knew at this point, ladies and gentlemen, this was my opportunity to set up the Autotomize or Rock Polish. God damn it, why do I keep saying Autotomize? I don't know. But anyway, I knew this was my moment to just set up because he could not possibly touch me. Even if he goes for a Fire Punch, that's maybe like a 5-hit KO versus defensive Aegislash. Now that I'm defensive for at least 2 turns, even if he burned me, I'm faster than him at the second turn, and I am going to get my burn cured by the Lumberry. Oh, it was Autotomized. Shit, I thought it was Rock Polish. Well, point is, my speed is boosted now, and I can just go for a Head Smash. I found out that he's Scarf Raptor here, though, which, a little unfortunate. I went for Head Smash and revealed that already, because had I went for the Shadow Claw and read him, his Jirachi would most likely be dead, if not guaranteed be dead. At the very least, he would need to hard swap out of here because it would have taken a ton of damage. So, I do change my Blade form and I go for the Head Smash, revealing that I do have this. This is my way around Rotom. As I mentioned in the team builder, it does a shit ton. It guarantees kill against pretty much any spread. Actually, it's a roll to kill if he's like max defense. It's like a small roll. But I guarantee kill after rocks at least, which I did not actually get the opportunity to set up. That was what my calc was for. He does hard swap here though into Staraptor, as I went for Shadow Claw. So nice play yet again. And he is just reading me back and forth, trying to really delay the inevitable sweep, trying to wear me down with U-turn. But he sees, as you can see here, he doesn't do that much because of my decent investment into HP. He thought I actually had some physical defense into the spread, but I had not. I had none. So I got for the Autotomize here though. I figured that way then Raptor cannot just keep getting U-turn damage on me, and I can actually kill something, or kill a couple mons for that matter. But at the very least something. So while Jirachi is in, I figured that this is a no risk play, just going for Shadow Claw, as he does actually try and sack this time. He lives, surprisingly. Iron Head really doesn't do that much damage. I'm not overly worried about Iron Head. It does a little more than I would have liked, but again, I still at the very least kill something, whether it's the Jirachi or the Staraptor or the Rotom, I kill something. So I do in fact kill off the Jirachi here. That's very nice. Obviously he could have always switched into Staraptor, but then I could have potentially just went for Head Smash or even Iron Head, predicting like let's say a Jirachi switch in. So I got 1 kill already, and I'm very happy about that. And I just go for Head Smash here. As you can see, he actually lives on a small amount of HP. I believe that was a roll if I'm not mistaken. So that's unfortunate, but of course at this point he's in blizzard range at this point. He has no way to clear weather, and he cannot just keep switching back and forth, because no matter what, this will need to take blizzard at some point, because he only has 2 mons left, one of them being a Ninetales and one of them being a Staraptor. So Scarf Blizzard from a low and Ninetales literally just wins here, because I do 20% minimum to a Fizz Def Rotom, as I proved he was hard Fizz Def. Actually, that was the Spidef Rotom, I believe. Point is, it was max HP, and he didn't have any Spidef, so it really doesn't matter. I guarantee kill. I forget if the calc was max Fizz Def or max Spidef, though. It was whatever it defaults to on Showdown. I think it was just max HP, max special attack, to be honest. The point is, I knew I guarantee kill him. That's the important part of this. And he does bring a Ninetales here. Had he been Scarf, this could have been a very, very difficult game to have won, potentially, because +1 Nugget and special attack. I believe he could have won the special attack to outspeed me. If not, at the very least, he would have been Scarfed, and that would have been very scary on its own. So, luckily though, he was not. Scarf could have been a little bit hard to deal with, though. I always did have Donphan, I believe. Yeah, Donphan actually didn't lose his sturdy, so I could have always went for an Earthquake, and that could have died. And then I go for the Blizzard, though. Kill a Scarf Staraptor. I knew I had to spin anyway. So, shout out to Ada slash plus a low and Ninetales, putting in a ton of work for us this week. We are currently 2-0 plus 8. Next week we take on General Tar Heel. I forget his team name off the top of my head, but I know it's a Charizard based team name. I believe he is 0-2, but his team is very scary versus mine, with monsters just Cure Up Black and Nidoqueen that I feel like can do a lot. So hopefully you guys enjoy, though. Hopefully you guys stay tuned and watch. If you guys do enjoy this match, though, leave a like. Shout out to Fries and everyone else in the league. Join and comment in the description what you think our record's gonna be. And also, while you're at it, go sub to them, especially Fries, because you know I fought him this week. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.